Hello everyone, this is my third battle. Welcome back. This one is against Kwandaoren66, otherwise known as Eric or Elo. And so let's just get this battle started and see how it goes. So I'm challenged by Elo, and I'm going to lead off with my Staraptor. It's a banded Staraptor lead with Intimidate, because Intimidate does come in handy a lot. And then he's going to lead off with his Rhydon, and I'm pretty sure that thing has an Eviolite, because Rhydon has great HP and great defense, so it really benefits from an Eviolite, even though its special defense is really not that bad. So I'm going to go off with a U-turn in the first place, just so I can switch into something that can take down his Rhydon, because I know that my Staraptor will not be able to take it down, especially assuming it probably does have Eviolite, even though I do have close combat. So I'm going to switch into my Porygon 2. He's going to set up Stealth Rocks, which is, I guess that's okay with me. And then I'm going to go for a super effective Ice Beam, just to see how much it's going to do. And it does a pretty good amount, a decent amount, considering that thing probably has Eviolite, like I said, like I've been saying, and considering my Porygon 2 doesn't have special attack investment. So then he's going to hit me with an Earthquake, and because of Staraptor's Intimidate drop, that's really not going to do that much to me. Not to mention I have Eviolite as well. And I just go for another Ice Beam. He actually switches in his Lapras here, which takes that hit extremely well. That's even a critical hit, and that did like 2 damage. So that just shows you right there. I mean, well, obviously Lapras does 4 times resist that, so that's one of the larger reasons why it did no damage to it at all. And then he's just going to hit me with a Toxic, which kind of sucks because I need my Porygon 2 just to take hits from whatever he has out there. So it's not a good thing that I'm poisoned now. So I'm just gonna go with the Thunderbolt there, I believe, and then he gets Leftovers Recovery, which is good for him, and then I'm gonna get poison damage. So I'm not gonna want to stay in here too much, even though I do have Recover. So I'm probably gonna be switching out pretty soon. But here I just go for the Toxic just to get damage on his Lapras, because Toxic damage is always nice on something that's bulky like that. And then he's going to just go for an Ice Beam here. Even though it's Stab, he probably doesn't have any special attack investment, and that really doesn't do that much damage to me, obviously. I mean, again, I am max HP, max special defense, Porygon 2. And now both of us are going to take Toxic damage, although I am about a turn or 2 ahead of him, meaning I'm taking a lot more damage than he is. So here I'm going to switch in my Bisharp, and, I do take, like, 18, whatever, who cares? Okay, anyways, he switches in his Mienshao now. I believe that's called Mienshao. And I just switch out Bisharp. I guess I was trying to lure him to bring something in like that, and it worked. So he brought out his Mienshao, and here I'm going to get the Intimidate drop on his Mienshao with my Staraptor, which is awesome. I love Staraptor. I really like Staraptor a lot. It's always been one of my favorites of the 4th generation. And here he goes for High Jump Kick and misses. That probably wouldn't have done too much to me anyways, but, I guess it would have been nice for him to get damage on me, but he does miss, which really sucks. It always sucks missing a High Jump Kick. That's why I don't use it as much, because it has the potential to miss. He sends in his Rhydon now, and I'm just going to go for the close combat, and I actually am able to take it out right there. So, that's awesome. Obviously, I'm not complaining about that. So here he goes down. The score, I believe, is 6-1 right now. I mean, 6-1, 6-5. 6-5 right about now, I'm pretty sure. So then here he's going to send in his Gengar. I'm going to switch out my Staraptor because I know he's going to outspeed me. And here I'm going to send in Heaven, my Altaria. And, the funny thing about this match is, despite how bulky my Altaria is, and despite how much, I guess you could say, how much potential it had, it didn't do anything at all, because he gets a critical hit with the Night Burst, I believe it's called, and he's going to take me out in one shot, and that reveals to me that that is a Zoroark instead of his Gengar, and that takes out my Altaria, which is unfortunate, because I really wanted to try out my Altaria and see what it could do, but obviously that didn't go as planned at all. So here I switch in my Alakazam with Magic Guard. I take no damage from the Stealth Rocks. There I go for the Focus Blast, and I miss, which really sucks because I could have done a huge amount of damage to that Lapras. But I guess I look at it as it kind of evens out for his High Jump Kick missing a couple turns ago. So here I'm just gonna go for another focus blast just to see if I'm gonna be able to take it out, and let's see if it does. Yep, and that's going to be enough to take it out. That wasn't a critical hit, so I don't know, maybe he either has some defense investment, or I don't know, I really don't know what kind of set he's running, but either way, Lapras is a good Pokemon, so that helps him there. And then he's going to switch in his Braviary, and I figured that thing was scarfed, so otherwise he probably wouldn't have brought it in. So it's going to outspeed me, so I'm just going to switch in Staraptor here just to get the Intimidate on him, and then he's just going to go for a U-turn, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's a good play on his part. He just wants to, I guess, scout and see what I can do, and I guess he's not going to want to keep the -1 attack on his Braviary, so he's going to switch out his Mienshao again. Mienshao is obviously a very threatening Pokemon here. I'm going to switch out my Staraptor because I see he has he has a fair amount of physical attackers, and I'm going to want as much Intimidate on them as possible. I'm going to want to intimidate them any chance I get, basically. So I switch in my Garchomp here. He goes for Fake Out, doesn't do too much. I don't flinch, which is good. And then he's going to go for U-turn. Again, just to kind of, I guess, just to get a quick amount of damage on me and switch in something that can deal with my Garchomp, I guess, because Garchomp is definitely an excellent Pokemon. And then he's going to switch in Big Boss again, which does suck because he will outspeed me, but I just go for the safe Dragon Claw because, nothing on his team resists Dragon, so, I figure I could get some damage on it, on anything that comes in, and that is a really good amount to his Braviary, but then he's going to be able to take me out with a return, which obviously really sucks. Garchomp, I guess, did what it could do. It would have been nice to see do some more, but that's fine. So here I'm going to switch in Switchblade once more. Obviously he's locked into return, and then I think I'm going to expect him to switch in his Mienshao again and go for maybe a Brick Break? I don't remember this one. Oh, I go for Sucker Punch. Maybe at this point I didn't consider that his Braviary scarfed, but either way that was a really bad play on my part. I remember I was kind of thinking there, I think I was just testing to see if he was scarfed, and I did find out from that he is scarfed. So anyway, like I said, I'm going to switch in my Staraptor again, get the Intimidate on him, and then he takes me out with High Jump Kick, which is good, because had he not taken me out with High Jump Kick, he probably would have switched into something else to take out my Staraptor. So here I essentially get a free switch into my my Alakazam, and here I actually predict him to switch in his Gengar, which is actually not going to be his Gengar. So I predict him to switch into his Zoroark, and I go for Focus Blast right there, and it hits, and obviously you see that it's Zoroark because it hit, and it takes it out, and I was just, I was happy about that because I made a good prediction, and I got rid of his Zoroark before it was able to do anything else to my team, because Zoroark's pretty tough. It's a pretty good Pokemon, especially when it's disguised by Gengar and you don't know whether it's Gengar or not. So here switching in Braviary again, and I'm just going to switch back out to my Switchblade, my Bisharp, and I believe this time I should predict Mienshao to come in this turn. I should expect it to come in, and because it's kind of like the same game here, back and forth. It's kind of like a back and forth kind of game. So he actually does switch it in, and obviously he's faster, so I guess that's Bisharp's not going to do anything there, and a ×4 high jump kick, a ×4 stab high jump kick with me at less than half health is obviously not going to go well. So I'm going to switch back into my my Alakazam now, and I'm going to just go for the Psyshock because I know that no matter what I hit on his team with a Psyshock, it's not going to appreciate it. I mean, it's stab, I have Life Orb, max special attack, although I am a timid nature, but either way, a stab Psyshock is going to do a pretty good amount of damage to anything, not to mention two of those things take super effective damage from it. So I'm going to take out one of those two things, which is his Gengar, and then he's going to switch in his Braviary again. And I realize here that I'm kind of screwed with his Braviary because Alakazam is the fastest thing on my team, and even with Timid and max speed, I think it hits about 372 speed. But of course, if his Braviary is Scarfed, then he's gonna outspeed me. So there's really not too many ways to take out his Braviary unless I kind of predict it to switch in or something, or unless I live a hit from it. But he's gonna go for a Brave Bird there, which is pretty good because it does take him down a little bit more. And then I'm gonna switch in my Alakazam once more. He is locked into Brave Bird, although obviously, you know, I am not gonna take a Brave Bird well at all. And so I was hoping maybe, I was hoping to the gods that I would take that, but obviously, you know, Alakazam has horrible defense, so I don't take it. He takes me out with a Stab Brave Bird, and then he takes himself out with the Recoil. So that's actually going to be a 1-0 match. Sorry, a 1-0 match. He beat me, same old kind of stuff. Hopefully I can begin to upload even more battles. I'll be accepting battles if anyone wants to challenge me, you know. Maybe I can get some more good battles to upload. And yeah, that's another game. Check out Eric's channel. I'm pretty sure you probably know who he is, though. He's a really good battler, really cool guy. I don't know. I just love watching his videos. He always brings something new to the table, and just adding that variety really is really good. It's just really good to see that in the community. So yeah, check out his channels. Also check out my blog. I just updated a new post today about good places to EV train in Black and White. So if you're wondering where to EV train and where are good places to EV train in Black and White, you can check that out. I'll put the link in the description, and yeah, just peace out.